Hi, welcome. It's important to be frugal and minimalistic in your business in the initial days. I see some of the clients, they want to get trademark, logo, IP registered from day one. When I ask them, they are like, Akshay, my product is so good. What if someone steals it? Dude, no one will steal your idea because no one believes in your idea. Half of your efforts, or to be frank, more than half of the efforts goes in making people believe in your idea so that you can take it forward. These were the lines I heard from Varun Maya. Okay, I need to be frugal. So what registration should I take? You see, only one registration is sufficient to carry out your business. That is shops and establishment. So this registration is state specific and issued by a local state government. And this registration is needed if you carry out any commercial activity in the state. But if you are like food, then you should get an FSSAI, or if you are in a medical domain, then you should get that domain specific registration. If you are starting alone, then sole proprietorship is the best way to test the market. Some people ask me, how do I get a sole proprietorship registered? There is nothing to get as a sole proprietor registration. It's you yourself. Your PAN and Aadhaar are more than sufficient to run the business. Also, you can have a trade name. That is, which can be unregistered, and once if your business picks up, you can get it registered in the coming days. So some of you might have a question as to what is a trade name. Take for example Maggie. Maggie is a trade name, whereas the legal name is Nestle. That is, Nestle owns the Maggie. And one more example will be, my legal name is Akshay, and let's say I'm to get into textile. I can have a trade name called as Modern Fashions. And Modern Fashions becomes my trade name, whereas Akshay will become my legal name. Then comes GST. I hear some of the clients telling that Akshay, the banker is mandatorily asking a GST. If you come across such bankers, ignore them, because your shops and establishment will be a sufficient certificate for you to open a current account in some of the banks. Let's go one step back. My question is, why do you need one more new account? You can use your existing savings account itself to run the business. Some of you might be like, but Akshay, I've got my other expenditures, my other income and all coming into the same account. See, the moment you start business as a sole proprietorship, there is no like other income or that is different, this is different. All your incomes will be clubbed together and taxed. That is, your salary maybe, your interest income, your rental income, and this business income. So everything gets clubbed under the only one hand. So going further, some clients is like, Akshay, we want GST from day one. I understand for some niche businesses or to secure any purchase order, or in a handful of businesses, you need to have a GST registration day one. But here we are talking about a newbie who wants to get into a business. Now he has seen in some reel that if you get GST, you'll get input. I'll give you an example how having a GST in the initial days can somewhere impact your cash flow. Guy 1, no GST, sells at 100 rupees, buys at 70 rupees, 30 rupees profit. In 70 rupees, there is an inclusive of GST, but since he has no registration, he can't claim input. So 100 minus 70, flat 30% profit. Now, our guy 2, he has taken a GST registration from day one, and he also has to charge at 100 rupees because same product, same market. But he has taken GST registration. So whatever 100 he gets, from that he has to pay GST to the government. So out of 100, he gets only 84.74. But he has bought something for same 70 like the guy 1. But he gets input like all you say. So his cost comes down to 59.32. But in this case, if you see, the profit fell to 25.417. You see, GST gets you input, but it impacts the cash flow. Hence, it has to be analyzed on each business wise. So here I'm trying to just give you a general approach. When you think of starting a business, everything matches on Excel and calculator, because our idea at that point of time is very limited. But we have to go ahead with that limited idea only, because we don't know anything beyond that. Once you execute that limited idea, the reality unfolds, and that gives you an answer and makes you realize how dumb we were. So this process of churning and trying to make the course correction is all about how a venture starts. There is no, yes, I've arrived in business. There's always, oh shit, events, because whatever super AI data or spreadsheets or projections you have, always there will be a tail risk which will not be aware. And that's what market shows you and humbles you. Now, for instance, I've developed this GST tool. It's very helpful. It converts your 2B, 3B and GST1 all under CS in seconds. But how many people know about it? So I'm here, trying to market it, post it on Reddit, Quora, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, trying to gather more amount of distribution. Now, I do not want to do a paid promotion or a paid campaign, but people are like, no, Akshay, it works, you have to give it a try. Well, it's my personal opinion that I don't like to being sold something to me always. And I think that's the case, or even others feel the same. And I hate those property calls. Hi Akshay, Shobha Property welcomes you. The moment I hear it, I end the call. Dude, I'm not looking for a property. If I'm looking for a property, first and foremost, I'll Google it. I'll read a review about it. And then I'll see 1 or 2 YouTube videos related to it. And that's how I'll make a decision about it. So someone trying to convert me with an AI generated call will not work. Because I'm not looking for a property and unnecessary I'm being advertised about it. So this adds a cost on that company, and as a result, their expenditure goes up and even they have to pop up the price to cover up. So what to do? Generic replies reach your targeted audience, try to be in that group, have an organic approach. Well, that's true. Even as a CA, when I was studying for this course, I thought clearing the course was a mammoth task. But once I cleared it, I realized that was just a speck in the entire spectrum. Because I'm not from an affluent background, I didn't have contacts, I didn't know people. So what do? So during my internship days, I met few people and we had a good time. I had lunch with them, we used to go out. I was not trying to sell them anything, and neither they were looking to buy anything from me. It's just that when they had some work, they remembered. And that's how I got my, networks and people, and as a result, I could go my packs. So this was somewhere a distribution that was happening unknowingly. So today, same could be done via this video. Now you watching me in this video is also an advertisement indeed. But I'm not selling you anything forcefully. I'm not selling you my course. I'm just speaking to you. Maybe you're not even interested in this topic, but speaking about what is the need of the hour. So over a period of time, you might trust me. Further, you might trust me enough to reach out to me. Going further, you might trust me enough to hand me your work. So I'm looking towards that day of being prepared. It sometimes feels like I'm just shouting in the oblivion, but we are men. We are expected to show up and provide. And no one's out there trying to sympathize with us unless we could deliver something. And expecting the same is also a no-brainer. So you, my dear friend, give it a shot, and I'm here to help you out to the best of my competence and best of my capacity. Until then, hope this helps. Take care. Bye-bye.